Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. Currently, that's great. This is Alistar making me embarrassed. So, BDM, as I will call him, is helping a player in the jungle at blue buff. We also have Volt Ninja and Ego Nashio. I actually like that name. Kennen, he's most likely going to be the AP mid. You also have Wukong, who looks like he was doing a little bit of harassment at that blue buff. Actually, is he going to be jungle on this side? They're giving blue buff to Kennen. Curious what's happening in that regard. You have Hecarim top, as Fairy Cecil just came into this game just now, so I have well, very little clue what's going on. Looks like there's already a first blood for the purple team. This is actually at minute 159. It looks like, yeah, Wukong did manage to score a kill on Singed, which is why he's returning to top lane. That is innocuous owl, and it really sucks to start from behind in top lane against anyone. You have Riven, who's going to be jungle on that side, being played by Grandin. Mayweeda, this is a featured game, by the way, on the Riot list. Mayweeda playing support Janna, and you have Orianna, who has not been played in quite some time that I've seen, going to be mid. Ash's Irmo heading bottom, and we're going to go ahead and continue with this match from this stage. So to go ahead and set things up and take directed cam off. By directed cam, maybe directed cam. Or my little harassment here, I didn't even realize Wukong, I guess that was just, he hopped right back in. He's going to engage once again. He's going to pay for it though. Dies, getting extremely greedy, and now it is tied 1-1. Riven getting, I believe Riven got that kill. Yeah, Riven getting a kill right away in the jungle. Also has blue buff. Blue buff not super helpful on her. Meantime, Singed hanging out against Hecarim top. Hecarim, unfortunately, very speedy, very good at doing a lot of disruptions. I also love his mobility, the fact that he can just glide in and attack. Unfortunately, though, earlier, Singed has a little bit of more time. Singed just needs to survive, though, and once he starts hitting earlier stages, and actually it looks like he's not even going to bother here. He's just going to wander up, farm as much as he can, and essentially, as soon as he hits his farm, he can just do that for absolute days. So that's going to be a brutal top lane for Hecarim. I don't like Hecarim top. Yes, he does have a little bit of lifesteal, but he really can't punish any other tops, and it looks like Wukong wandering up as well. For reasons unknown, looks like he's just gonna be a little. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why I thought he was on blue team, but he's going around. He's going to threaten Singed a little bit, trying to free up Hecarim, but again, Singed is a tough lane to gank in general. Innocuous is just laughing at this gank attempt. He's going to walk right back around away from Wukong, so Wukong basically entirely wasting his time here in the top lane. And Singed, even with a death, as you can see, is having a very comfortable time. Shawn Michaels still trying to camp for it. So that's going to open up some ganks in the meantime for the opposite side. Wow. And ganks indeed. Alistar getting some hits. Orianna almost dead. Kennen might be able to get the kill, but getting slowed onto it, and he might get taken out. One hit left. Trying to threaten there, and that was great recovery there on Diablo's part. Innocuous actually cycling down, is looking to get a pull on either one of these two, because might be able to score a kill, and gets knocked back instead by Alistar. And that is the power of Alistar, is the fact that you can just hit. But all of a sudden, Wukong from above, he's gonna eat it. And this is a crazy game already. People coming out from the woodwork. In the meantime, Hecarim just having a good old time top is going to be able to farm up a bit. So it looks like blue team evening up 2-2. In the meantime, bottom lane is leaving Graves just to his lonesome, which it's always difficult when you're 2-on-1 lane, but I feel like Graves is one of the better champions at it just because he starts off tanky, particularly against an Ashe. He can still, even with that Janna shield, Ashe gets some buff, but it's Ashe just doesn't have a huge amount of damage aside from her initial crit, which you can minimize by dancing around a bit. In the meantime, Graves can farm with his abilities and actually still punish Ashe quite a bit with his abilities. And actually, I've seen this occasionally. It looks like Wukong going to come back. Looks like it's a support Wukong now back in bottom lane. In the meantime, in mid lane, Orianna getting chased out and killed. Riven was not able to get there in support, but it looks like these teams going everywhere, but they're allowing Graves to get a little bit of solo experience, allowing him to get levels, and because a lot of his damage does come from his abilities, I've seen this occasionally where they just leave Graves, let him get a 1 or 2 level advantage, minimize it in lane, and go from there. Shawn Michaels, though, coming into that lane as Wukong has taken a lot of damage and might get taken out. Looks like he is able to escape. Still quite a bit of damage left on him, and he's going to have to be very careful. He is Wukong, though, and he is a little bit dicey, but just sitting there and taking volleys like that is not going to help him out in that regard. Looks like Alistar is sitting in that bush at top, waiting for Singed to get back, wants to go for another gank attempt, and just bringing up the CS. Singed has been all over the place, and he's still sitting at 23 CS compared to 21 for Hecarim. Bottom lane, gank attempt. Grandin coming on that corner. Wukong is just going to suicide back to allow Graves a little bit more wiggle room, and unfortunately it looks like the Wukong is going to be the feeder for this team. He already has 3 deaths. He's underleveled, is still sitting at Boots and Doran's Blade, and that's going to make life tough for everybody down here, allowing Ash, which to get a significant CS lead. In the meantime, Singed top lane, again, just being babysat because he is in fact Singed. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but they've done statistics and mentioned the fact that basically, and it looks like Kennen was even thinking about going up top there, essentially when you gank top lane, when you win top lane, oftentimes you end up winning the entire game. The more ganks that happen on top lane, the more statistically you have an advantage here. Innocuous looks like he is maybe going to get taken out. Wow, tosses Alistar in turret and good turnaround kill, so dies, but able to get a kill, a tit for tat, and really heads up play on his part there. That's still going to let Hecarim sit in lane. But again, Singed gets more powerful in lane, I would argue, where Hecarim, unless he gets ultra fed, really doesn't make as huge of a difference. In the meantime, Graves still sitting solo bottom. Wukong now sitting in the jungle trying to go ahead and take a red buff. Very interesting play. It looks like he's mixing up a lot across that field. So you almost have like a double roam going on now because of that Wukong, and Wukong actually might die. To this red buff, so now trying to escape. Maybe he's trying to weaken it up for Alistar. I think he's mostly just miscalculating the fact he could take that. He's way out of this game, and is proving to be a huge liability for the purple team at this stage. I assume because this is one of the featured matches, it's one of the higher ELOs, but and I'm not sure what happened to that Wukong early. I'm wondering if there's some other issues, but Riven going for a counter jungle, very strong counter jungle with that stun, does a lot of damage, and that Alistar being caught. 1 Wraith left. Orianna not in a place where she can support. Kennen running up and being aggressive as well. So it looks like she's being backed off, and BDM is being pushed off in general. Kennen still has a lot of health, is level 7 over Diablo, who just a second was level 5, and it looks like swinging back in, but it's going to be 3 men engaging. This is the thing, is if you can do that and you can get out, looks like you might be able to. Orianna trying to give some support, not going to happen though. Singed free farming top is going to do a lot of damage here. I don't think Random's going to get out. Yeah, Flash is expended, and Random finally being taken out after a lot of time and spending. It looks like blue buff going to be taken as well, so this is actually going to be fairly costly for the blue team. Riven's just sitting there too long. For a second there I was thinking, well, if she gets out, if she's able to reconnect with their team, it'll be worthwhile just because of the time she was wasting. Wukong in the meantime now sitting up top lane trying to get something accomplished. But still, purple team all over the place. Innocuous now getting double ganked. Purple team is everywhere, playing a very mobile game. He's going to try to hunt down that Alistar, but there's 3 in the area, and he's being a little bit too brave. Kennen is there as well. It is going to be a 4-on-1 situation, but let's keep in mind he is Singed, but not Singed enough. Wiped out there, and right now the blue team just really seems to be playing a little bit discoordinated compared to the purple team. Purple team helping each other out everywhere. Shawn Michaels going back is level 5, and just, yeah, they're really playing a little bit more cohesively from what I can tell. Or, I'm sorry, the blue team is, or sorry, yeah, the purple team. Going blurp. Because colorblind mode right there. It looks like Orianna is once again get taken out, and Kennen is absolutely dominating the mid lane. He's currently 4-0. Definitely playing the AP carry role. Graves having a little bit of trouble. Looks like Ash is still maintaining about that 20 CS lead. Let's see if that continues to expand. He has been sitting in lane, I assume, longer, just because that Wukong has been absolutely nowhere. Right now going solo up against Janna, but somehow Ash has an overall experience advantage, and this is dangerous territory now. Actually, when you have a Janna, you can just, yeah, bully him out of lane like that. If you hit a tornado plus an Ash arrow plus a potential anything out of the jungle. At this stage, perhaps Riven, swing around. Riven actually looking at an Alistar invading. Alistar is level 6. He's going to take a look at that red buff, and it looks like the 3 of them wandering up. That hawk shot, in fact, not going to catch Alistar, unfortunately. He's swinging around to kill Orianna from behind. Orianna, a lot of trouble. Yeah, getting knocked out. There's the ult. This is what makes Alistar a great ganker, and Diablo just being wiped out. Kennen with the unstoppable. Random coming in extremely late, and currently purple team just absolutely dominating control here. Innocuous Owl is still pushing around that Hecarim, which is, again, kind of be expected. Hecarim he's on the opposite edge of that wall, trying to avoid the poison and get out. Looks like he is going to be able to, maybe with Ghost. And I'm not sure what he's doing there. Just kind of baiting, trying to get back in lane. Honestly, he should just go back, because he's in a little bit of scary territory right here. Graves still hanging it out solo bottom, trying to harvest what he can under that turret, but having, again, a difficult time. 73, significant lead now for Ash. Actually going Berserker Greaves and 2 Doran's Blades, which I don't like as much on Ash. I think Ash actually benefits more going straight to BF Sword. actually boots BF sword straight to Infinity Edge as quickly as possible. I don't think she gets as much value out of these Doran's blades. In the meantime, though, Graves is, even though he's behind in CS, is holding his own, considering he's got a solo lane. Let's see if Michaels comes up. Looks like it could be another 3-man gank opportunity. There's been a lot of disruption all over these lanes. Looks like they are trying to set something up. Riven is in the nearby area, and that Ashe is done for. Alistar comes punted out. This is a how-to guide on how to jungle Alistar. And it looks like Shawn Michaels going in and ganking that kill. Really probably should have given it to the Graves there. Riven just sitting nearby. What is she going to do? It looks like Janna swinging. She cannot take these 3 alone. Janna can't either. Janna going to get dived on turret. Now Riven coming in from underneath. Might be able to stun someone after the fact if they're on turret. But I don't think she's going to scare anything off or even save that Janna. So that ult actually... That Janna ult actually just giving them some time. And Janna doing a nice job swinging around. There's the Ignite. The Ignite's going to kill her. Riven actually managing to get a kill with some turret help. Graves pushing a little bit too far. Looks like Alistar ulting. And now, oh, Kennen coming in for the cleanup. Graves just able to sneak out. Riven going to eat it. Getting knocked into that wall, and Kennen is just so far ahead at this stage. Kennen's sitting at 6 kills, and this Alistar has been so disruptive. Has been in every single lane, it feels like, all over the place. Maybe the one hope, this Singe top, Innocuous sitting at 56 compared, actually underfarmed and underkilled comparatively. And honestly, nothing going right currently for the blue team. Halfway down, and Hecarim, it looks like has enough of the health advantage. Looks like he's trying to get something accomplished. Innocuous doing what Singe does best, which is just dropping that poison, running around the lane and lapping it up with his ult. Hecarim trying to get some lifesteal back by putting up that... missed another kill in mid lane in the meantime. I guess that's the advantage. It looks like Shawn Michaels swinging around. Again, wants to try to punish this very greedy, very aggressive Singed. Let's see if he's going to be able to get anything accomplished with it. Being pushed around that corner. Able to jump on top of that Singed. Is the Ignite going to finish it off, though? In fact, does. That's going to give a 3rd kill to Hecarim top. Looks like Alistar going for another gank. Brandon just punting him back across turret, and Riven just trying to do what she can, but honestly, it almost feels like a little bit too little too late here. That Cannon could just blow her up. Just 7. She's got 1 shield to try to avoid a lot of that damage. Honestly, especially when you have a tanky Alistar who's just done such a fantastic job with 10 assists. He's already got a chain fist, boots of mobility. When your jungle can play a pure tank like this, and you already have a fairly tanky, fairly mobile top, it's going to be... And also, I like the counter pick, actually, Hecarim versus Ashe, because Ashe doesn't... Or, I'm sorry, the counter pick... The pseudo counter pick Ashe versus Hecarim, because she can actually do some volleys and slow him down a little bit. Although, unfortunately, Ashe doesn't have a lot of escapes. It's the one beauty with Hecarim. He can just dive in and do some damage in that regard. Looks like they're going to push in top turret while Singed is away. Might be able to get that turret kill. Orianna, I don't even know that she should be in lane at this stage. It really comes down to against this Kennen. Just unloading, taking half the health in a single exchange there, not taking equivalent damage. Alistar swinging back in, might be able to get a kill. Diablo actually fleeing in and try to get the blue by herself, and Alistar realizing the position here is going to swing up, going to try to get something accomplished. Their top turret was taken out, and Innocuous trying to double team and do what he can, but he's basically against a bit under level. Diablo being disrupted quite a bit by that Alistar. Alistar going to swing around instead, try to get a kill against Innocuous, the Singe, and yeah, he's going to die once again, just playing way too aggressively up there. Might get a counter kill though, nice, gets a counter kill on Wukong. Riven coming in to support, gets annihilated by that Kennen, and Diablo now fleeing from that blue. So 6-15, blue team, just way behind. Way behind. So even though now it looks like Graves has managed to catch up here against this Ashe, actually the solo lane experience is starting to play a factor. He's 1 level above, has 80 CS. Yes, he's 20 CS behind, but that's not going to make all that big a difference, particularly because Ashe doesn't have any kills on top of it. Orianna getting punted into the wall. Wow, by Alistar, and this Alistar is amazing. Unbelievable. 2 kills, 1 death, 10 assists. Is already setting on a Glacial Shroud, working his way towards Frozen Heart, which is almost going to completely nullify the Ashe on that opposite corner. That Singed has been completely disrupted. The Kennen extremely fed. Hecarim is going to be able to escape just because of his incredible movement speed. And I think he has Ghost. I think he might still have his ult as well. Going to go ahead and he's looking at the wrong side there. Let's go ahead and check what he's at. Yeah, he's actually still got his ult, so he should be able to get out there. He's actually tempting these two out into dangerous territory. Let's see if they're going to be able to swing up. Wukong going for an attack bottom. Graves a little bit light, but Graves can actually slot in, get one. Oh, no, counter arrow. Janna, shield, but ignite. They're going to finish Ashe off. And now Janimals, well, maybe gonna die. It looks like Graves just in that back corner. Yeah, they're Wukong able to do some punishment damage. And in very risky territory herself. She does have Shawn Michaels and Volt Ninja very low. But you have Alistar swinging around from this corner. Yeah, most certainly a death. Most certainly a death. Goodbye. And let's see who gives it to. Gives it to Shawn Michaels, that Wukong. So now that Wukong, even though starting a little bit slow, is now just about even in his score across the board. A little bit under farm as far as minions, but he does have 4 kills. He already has Wriggles. He is very tanky. Can ward around the map. Cannon, and they just have absolute turret control. I expect this game to be over not too long. So just an absolute clinic. And this is how you jungle Alistar. I do want to note, I guess what I should do is just start talking about the meta at this stage, considering how far behind this team is. Ooh, looks like Cannon might get a kill, so that would be some nice. Granted, they have added some more comeback mechanics into the match here, but I still think it's a little bit snowballed out of control. Hecarim has not even died top lane. Ego being very careful top, allowing Alistar to be disruptive to the north. Very intelligent. Looks like Risen going to run at him. He's going to back out. I would be very wary, particularly with this Alistar so fed and so nearby. I do want to note on Alistar's boost of mobility, we've seen this a lot out of the jungle recently. Going to run up, punt it back. That's going to reduce Riven's cooldowns. Janna trying to jump in and help. Kennen gets yet another kill. Orianna over the wall. Maybe she could ult some help, but that's just another death to Janna. Double kill again for Kennen. And Kennen now sitting at 10 kills. Woo! And a lot of that, again, because of that jungle support, has absolute control of mid lane now. Not a lot that's going to be accomplished. And again, 6 to 20. This is just a slaughter, is what's happening here. So instead of watching just and this is when once you feed Hecarim, it just ridiculous. Is really what it comes down to, because he can just do so much damage. It just laughs, is very mobile, runs all around the map, and just granted, I don't think he can outdamage Sin. She probably is just going to try to sneak by that poison. Looks like, oh no, get tossed back, pinned in a little bit. Looks like Alistar's going to come in and try to provide a bit of support. Ashe is there. Oh, misses the arrow. Nice dodge there on Cecil. And looks like Alistar is going to give the escort the way back. This is the power of Ashe, though, is against characters like Alistar, range tanks. She can do a lot of damage, but it looks like Alistar is going to be able to get enough distance to allow that boots and ability to kick back in and escape. But anyway, getting back to commenting on the thing I really wanted to comment on, the boots and mobility, we've really seen adjustment towards them from the jungle, because again, jungle is more about lane disruption these days. Quick clear times and lane disruption. Boots and mobility lets you get in lane more rapidly, and now this is just a clinic on how to roll kills here. Shawn going to die, but really does not matter. That Kennen ulting on top of this is going to be able to sit under turret fire, get some additional kills. And now Graves just wandering up. Hey guys, what's going on? What have you been doing this entire game? He does have his BF sword now at 18 minutes, and usually you'd say, oh yeah, it just feels late or whatever, and he's just able to chase that cinched off pure. Bottom lane is basically kind of a null factor, and that's actually what's been happening a lot in the meta recently, where the bottom lane does oftentimes ends up not even being a factor. It tends to be more focused on the AP on top lane and mid lane. Volt Ninja able to get a kill right there. But he is starting to transition to that strong late game damage dealing sort of situation, but usually you'll see the baton pass from whoever's playing mid to the AD carry, but Kennen is just so strong right now, has so many kills and whatnot. He can really carry the game right to its conclusion here. And I'm wondering when they're going to basically decide to take Baron, because they have so much map control. If they just place a handful of wards, I'm not sure that blue team can really do a lot about it. It looks like Rave's moving up. He could probably take Dragon solo if he wanted to. Looks like actually Janna and Orianna moving up. He does not have good vision on it. Looks like he's going to try to kill this Ashe in that corner. Ashe 2 levels underneath. Wukong is going to find Ashe. He's going to be able to stop. Yeah, stops! And Graves going to be able to pick up the kill as a result, or should pick up the kill. As a result, looks like, yeah, he is able to get that, finish it off. Riven trying to do what she can on that mid lane. It looks like Hecarim, in the meantime, with that mobility, is going to try to take blue buff. Not sure he's going to be able to. He does have that escape with his ultimate. He's somewhat careful. Oh, with that vision, looks like Orianna will just be able to pop it. And he's just, going to ult out and escape. Swing around. Now it is going to be a 3 on 4 situation. Yeah, 4 with the other 2 trailing in middle. Ignacio getting stuck. Alistar going in, punting people around. Probably did not want to punt people close, considering his main source of damage is actually fleeing at this stage. So he's going to be isolated alone, ulting, trying to just occupy 2 people. Wukong taking Dragon in the meantime is able to finish that up, which is why he could not be in that situation. Ooh, arrow going to miss everybody middle, and that's the first time I think I've seen Alistar. I think that is the first death for Alistar. Never mind, he's died one more time all game. Wukong sneaking in, able to pound on that Janna, not able to get a kill. She's going to heal up really fast, and kind of an outnumbered situation, but it doesn't matter. The reason they're doing that is because blue team calls GG. Holy crap, that Kennen and that Alistar, absolutely dominant. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That is the commentary for the night. Try to improve these as I'm going. Feedback is, of course, much appreciated. Gonna move on to the regular games. Again, check out wildcasting.com, run by Matt Dugan. Love this victory screen, and I pretty much do this nightly if you guys want to see it. Twitch TV, or if you just check out Twitter, actually. I usually post something on Twitter that says I'm doing this. Thanks for listening, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it.